This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 1190 of Horse Tip Daily, your almost everyday morsel of helpful hints, useful facts, and practical techniques for horse folks. Brought to you today by horselovers.com. Greetings, horse people. Coach Jenn here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily. Today's tip, I'm going solo with Coach Jenn's Equine Wardrobe Essentials, or how to properly dress your horse for winter without busting the budget. And we'll get right to our tip after this important message from horselovers.com. Horselovers.com is your one-spot stop on the web for your holiday and winter show season shopping needs. Feeling spontaneous? Check out Horselovers.com's flash sales for fantastic deals on popular items for horse, rider, or barn. In a quandary over what to get for your horse-loving friends? Horselovers.com has holiday shopping guides sure to inspire. Or do you just need to get away and recharge? Well, Horselovers.com has that covered too. Go to Horselovers.com/sweeps and enter to win an all-expense-paid vacation to Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida, including a behind-the-scenes tour of Tri-Circle D Ranch, a Fort Wilderness trail ride, and so much more. Go to Horselovers.com/sweeps today. That's Horselovers, HORSELOVERZ.com/sweeps. Well, here we go. Equine Wardrobe Essentials for winter. Regardless of whether your horse is a pampered pony that goes to Wellington in the winter, or a rough-and-tumble cowboy pony who takes on whatever winter dishes out with gusto, there are certain items of clothing that every horse should own. And here they are. First and foremost, a cooler. Yes, a cooler. You may be surprised. It's a multitasking device. A cooler is the most versatile piece of clothing that you can have for your horse, in my opinion. It will keep him warm, cool him out when he's wet from a bath or working hard, or get him warmed up when he's chilly from standing out in the cold rain. Coolers are made of either wool or acrylic fleece, and they come in two styles, either square or fitted. The fitted style is quick and easy. You use it just like a sheet or a blanket by buckling the front straps and the surcingles underneath. Or the big square kind, which gives you more coverage when you really need it, but it takes a little bit of extra effort to use it when you're not around because you have to use a separate surcingle. You can use a cooler under a blanket or sheet to add warmth. You can throw it over your horse as he dries after a workout, or you can, when he's been standing out in the cold rain, you can put it on him to help him dry off without getting a chill. Don't confuse a cooler with an anti-sweat sheet, which is made of cotton. They do not do the same thing. You can get your cooler for between $35 and $70, but I would recommend getting the best cooler you can afford, just because the lower quality fleece does not wick moisture as well as the better stuff. Mine cost about $70, and it works pretty darn good. That's step one. Step two, what else should every horse have? A waterproof turnout. And again, a multitasker. I prefer a sheet because you can use it in a wide variety of temperatures by adding or subtracting layers. Note I said waterproof. Not all turnouts are waterproof. Read labels carefully. And I like to have a spare if my horse has to wear a sheet a lot, because that way one can be drying while double dock bar is nice and warm and dry in the spare one. Also note that a turnout sheet offers zero warming effect. It's like wearing a raincoat over a t-shirt. So unless the temperatures are pretty mild, you're going to want to put something underneath of that turnout sheet, thus the cooler. You can put that on to add a little bit of warmth. My turnout sheet costs between $50 and $125. So again, not a giant investment. Read labels carefully, check for waterproof, learn what denier means and how much you need of it, because horses can be tough on their turnouts. And the third and final item, that's right, he only needs 3 things every horse should have in their wardrobe, is a stable blanket or sheet. That's pretty self-explanatory. These work great as standalone items in the barn, or you can put them underneath of your turnout when they are turned outside. For milder climates and unclipped horses, a stable sheet does the trick. But if you live in the snow belt or your horse is body clipped, you may want to get a stable blanket instead. My stable sheet is going to cost me between $30 and $60. So there I have my essential wardrobe for between $100 and $250, depending upon how high a quality and how fancy jammies I want to get. And here's how it works. The weather is lovely and pleasant. Your horse doesn't need any clothes at all. Oh, you're going to have some rain, but it's not going to be very cold. You throw on the turnout sheet. Oh, it's going to be rainy and pretty chilly. Put on the cotton sheet underneath of the waterproof turnout. Ta-da! Oh, a little colder? Add the cooler. So you have cotton sheet, fleece cooler, waterproof turnout. 3 layers that are all multitaskers. Getting ready for a horse show. Horse needs to be clean. Give him his bath. He's staying in the barn overnight, even though he's frustrated by that. But you're keeping him in the barn because you want him to be clean. You can just throw on your cotton sheet. Well, there you have it. Coach Jenn's Equine Wardrobe Essentials. This podcast was made possible through the generous support of horselovers.com and listeners like you. Learn how you can help support Horse Radio Network programming and qualify for auditors-only perks by going to horsetipdaily.com and clicking on the Become an Auditor banner in the center of the page. This is Coach Jenn, and I'll be back again soon with another tip. And until then, go ride your horse. The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements of guests or their opinions. Use your own judgment when listening to the tips provided by the experts on Horse Tip Daily.